This is Didier from MatchBox. Happy New Year, first of all. And I'm calling here from the office in Boston, where it's getting cold again, and it's snowing today. So try to keep it warm. So a few announcements, actually quite a lot of announcements since last time we had that webinar. The first one foremost, at the beginning of the year, we're very happy to receive a significant investment in tokens from Neo. Neo is the leader in blockchain in China, and a very, very impressive company that we are talking with since a while. And Neo decided that our technology and the token itself were interesting enough that they made that investment. And that investment comes from the Neo Council. That means from Da Hongfei himself. And I'm sure you all know Da Hongfei, which is an icon in the blockchain world. And so we're very, very proud of that. Come with that, also our decision to open the smart contract of the token itself on Neo. So we moved the Ethereum format from an Ethereum format to the Neo format. Neo format as the Neo code is a fantastic code that we find it very, very strong and probably more secure. So we're very pleased to do that as well. We being the fifth ICO moving towards this format, and probably the the beginning of a long list of other ICO moving there. The other part of our now relationship with Neo is that, as you may know, I don't remember if I already shared that with you, we're opening a subsidiary in China. It's in the process. I think officially it will be open in March, and so to distribute the PikcioChain and the Pikcio service on that. And we will bridge with Neo on-chain so we can provide our service on the in China through the directly, but also through the on-chain, which is the blockchain of Neo. And likewise, we also will help Neo to promote themselves here in Europe. I say here in Europe, since they already make a good job here in the US, where I'm standing for the moment. So globally, that's going to be a fantastic partnership, and we're very proud of that, very proud of the acknowledgement of our technology and the utility of our token, and I hope that's going to be the first one of a long list. It's important for us because, as you know, we're selling the token also to institutional investors. We are people who are going to use our token directly, and so that will show the way to others. We also finalized the first leg of the bounty program, and now Luke and his team are working on are opening the new bounty program. So for the ones interested in that, please follow up on Telegram or all the different social networks where we advertise. Other major announcement as well is our partnership with PricewaterhouseCoopers, which is the ones who are gonna be our financial advisor for Europe and Russia on the ICO. So and then more, of course, after that. So that's a major brand, again, recognition of the MatchBox Pikcio adventure, and we're very proud of that. So the Pricewaterhouse office that's going to lead the charge is based in Zurich, and the two partners we're working with us are absolutely a fantastic resource. So we're very proud of that. I just come back with part of the team here in the US from the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas, and it's been an extremely busy CES for us. We had a booth there in the Eureka Park, and we had spontaneous visitors, but also prepared meetings, altogether around 140 That's why my voice might not be exactly in the best shape right now. But the 140 meetings were extremely intense in these 4 days, very successful. We were one of the only company presenting blockchain, so that of course attract a lot of interest. But these, I mean, real interest, not just for education. It was real people, and especially how do we position the concept of blockchain with customer data and privacy. So we were able to introduce the permission-based blockchain concept that we launched. And it was very convincing. I must say, we come back with out of these 140 a very, very decent amount of leads for partnership. I'm going to Paris and Europe tomorrow night, so for quite a few weeks, and that's already busy with follow-up appointments with major major bank and insurance, which are or major market for the moment. So we should be able to close a few more deals than the one we have with BNP and BPC now. But also, and more interestingly, we start to have more contacts and enhance contact with the, of course, our Chinese future partners and prospects, but also in Germany and the US, all around the smart car smart car industry, and they begin to understand the interest of a platform as we provide, because in the smart cars, the smart part is a lot of data and a lot of personal data. And so European market being the most regulated one, but also a very important market for the car industry from all over the world, this is becoming an obligation. So we are the only platform that can handle that for the moment. And that's for us confirmation of our strategy, that to move slowly from fintech and insurtech to also the smart car. And that's one of the reasons we're going to China, if you remember. So that was a very, very interesting confirmation. And also now we had quite a few contact with the media industry. When I say media, it's from the entertainment industry, but also the telco carriers industry, where they're collecting a lot of data and starting to try to understand how they can unlock really the most value of them in a very compliant and secure environment. So that was a great, not intense, but very good confirmation of our strategy or positioning, and it was obvious that we're pretty unique offer in that area. So very interesting. That also opened the door to more investors for the tokens. So a lot of funds from going from Japan to Germany to US to Korea from all over stopped and discussed at length not just our technology, but also the ICO and how they could get in. So more to come about that. Last but not least, as I said, I'm going to leave Boston, and I'm not regretting, consider the weather. I'm going to leave Boston in 2 days, traveling to Europe, and then then I'm going the week after in the Middle East, so where we opening, or I think I already mentioned that, we're opening the subsidiary also in Bahrain. And that's Bahrain and Abu Dhabi just signed a joint agreement for pulling together the resource to create a real fintech hub between the Emirates and Bahrain. So we are going to Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, and also Dubai, where we have one of our distributors there, and for a presentation to a very large bank in Dubai. Extremely large one. So that's going to be the launch of our subsidiary there, and it's very important for us to start to be present in all these fintech hub and sandbox around the world. They're very important to solidify the positioning of the Pikcio as the partner for banks and insurance, and to leverage all the good success we already had in France and we keep having in France with, by example, BNP Paribas. Talking about them, I'm going this week talking about how we deploy the solution in 1 or 2 countries right away. And then the intention is after 6 months of test in one country to deploy the solution in all the footprint of BNP. It's going to be a tremendous presence now in, I think it's 40 countries. Next trip, so I will be also in Switzerland, where Luke and his team are preparing a meetup and other meetings with the crypto community in Zug and Zurich. And of course, among them will be one meetup with the Neo community, probably beginning of February. After that, I will probably come back here in the US for 2 weeks to preparing the pilot with Digital Credit Union and another organization in credit unions regarding mainstreaming of their credit application based on the Pikcio technology. And then I will fly back to Europe in Barcelona for the Mobile World Congress, which is where we're going to have a booth again and where everybody can come and join us and talk more about the Pikcio community. In the meantime, you can see that the sales team is pretty busy. We're actually hiring 3 people in addition to our existing team. So we're going to have Gonzague coming and managing all the European market. We have Thomas in, I think I already mentioned Thomas now, in Russia and Eastern Europe. And we're going to have Guilhem taking over the Middle East. And we're still looking for a good salesperson for China. And then we'll keep rolling. The development team is working on a new, pretty exciting version for the mobile gateway for the Pikcio Me, as we call it, for the PikcioChain. We're revamping the whole app that we have currently, which is not too much distributed, but we're revamping it completely, and we should have the result by the end of June on both platforms, so iOS and Android. And of course, the marketing team is keeping the ball rolling on the ICO in general. We are working with another team for the branding, because we now have the mutation between Matchbox and Pikcio to happen. And so a lot's going on for us on our part. Thank you